narrated video tour for 10 Cedar Street in Bedford, Nova Scotia. Just going to do a quick 360 here. The suburb of Halifax, Bedford is a wonderful community. It's parks, trails, shopping, entertainment, highway access, wonderful schools, lakes to swim in the summer, and skate on in the winter. And here we go. So back to the property. So what we'll do is we'll do the exterior of the property first, walk around the outside, then we'll go right inside. This is an over and under set of flats. That's what this building is. So we have a lower unit and an upper unit. This video is for the upper unit. It is a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom unit, and it is beautiful. So let's talk about the outside first. So you can see my truck there. So lots of room for parking for multiple vehicles, at least 2, if not 3. That is the front door there. And you also have access to the backyard and to the back deck. So let's go to the backyard first, and then we'll go inside. It's a little windy, so I'll talk a little bit while we're outside, and I'll talk some more when we go inside about utilities and that type of thing. So you just go down a few steps, and then we go into the backyard. So the backyard is shared between the upper unit and the lower unit and the tenants. There's the deck for the upper unit. I'll just go right into the backyard. So this storage area, or this shed or whatnot, that is not included in the rent. So the tenants do not have access to that structure. So nice big yard here. Partially fenced. And if I turn around, there is the property itself. So we have, like I said, a lower unit here, and then the upper unit, and this video is for the upper unit. Both units have independent driveways, so we walk down the driveway for the upper unit, and then the lower unit driveway is just on the other side of the building. We'll go right up to the deck so you can see the deck and the view from the deck. There we go. And this is just off of the kitchen. This will all make sense when we go inside. So you do have a roof over the deck, so if you wanted to sit out during the rain, that's really nice to have. So there's your view from your rear deck, and a good sized deck here, so if you wanted to have some furniture out here, barbecue, no problem at all. And like I said, you do have access through your kitchen. All right, so let's head back out front. It's a cold winter morning right now, so not only do I want to get out of the wind, but also into the warmth. So back towards the driveway there. So once again, now you can see how big the driveway is. No problem at all for lots of parking. So now we're approaching the front door. So you have a little wooden walkway here, a couple of steps. And there's your front door. This is your view from the front door. All right, so now we're going to be going inside. Just kick some snow off my shoes. There, cool. Okay, so like I said, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, renovated, beautiful, electric radiators, a ductless heat pump, offering the most cost-effective form of heating and air conditioning that you can get in our province. That can extract heat from the outside air, typically to around -10, -15 degrees, depending on the make and model, but that's pretty standard. We have lots of pot lights throughout, lots of upgrades, just beautiful. Beautiful flooring, like I said, or I may have said earlier, solid surface flooring throughout, just a wonderful unit. Lots of natural light. So what we have here, like I said, is a solid surface floor. These windows, sorry, my nose is running a little bit because it's cold outside. These windows face a street, so lots of great views there. This is your coat and shoe closet. As soon as you walk in, there is an awning. You can see right here. So there is the awning wand, so you can recline it and extend it. There's your shelf and rail across the top, and that's just behind the bifold door, like I said, for coats and shoes. Now we'll go on inside. Nice big living room, neutral paint color. You're starting to see glimpses of the kitchen. That's the hallway going down to your bedrooms and bathroom. There's the door we just came through a moment ago. And there's your view of the street where we started outside. So I'm just gonna go over to another corner here, just underneath the ductless heat pump, which is blowing wonderfully warm air right now. So there's the hallway. You can see the wonderful natural light coming in. So just a great room. All right, so now let's go into the kitchen first. So we're going from this solid surface floor to a to a tile floor here. Nice and shiny and clean. So this actually serves three purposes. One is going to be your formal dining room area. Of course, you can use it however you wish. So your dining room area, that's your washer and dryer just behind there. I'll open that up in a moment. And then of course, this is your kitchen. Beautiful kitchen, fully appointed with appliances. And then you also, lastly, you also have access to the deck, like I said, outside. Just pop that open, and that's your storm door going out to the rear deck, which we saw a moment ago. Okay, so I'll just go over to the corner. So I'm standing in your dining room area. Just a great kitchen, again, nice and bright, clean. And we'll open up your doors here. So this is the washer and dryer. Each unit has their own washer and dryer. So there we go, all clean and ready to go. You also have a nice window here, some shelving for soaps and that type of thing. So before we go further, let's talk about utilities. So the tenant will pay for Nova Scotia Power, which provides you with heat, hot water, and air conditioning and that type of thing through your ductless heat pump. We will contact Nova Scotia Power to get some estimates on what the Nova Scotia Power cost should be on a monthly basis, so that'll be in the ad itself. Your water usage itself is included in the rent. You have to shovel your driveway, but cutting of the grass is also included in the rent. And of course, all of this more detailed information will be in the full ad itself. Okay, so now let's go over and have a look at the kitchen. So there's your upper cabinetry. See it there. And your lower cabinetry. There we go. And on the island itself, it does have storage too. So not only a workspace with power, you can see the power outlet right there, but you can see that there is storage there. And appliances wise, so there's your fridge, that's a new stove, microwave range hood unit. There's your double stainless steel sink, upgraded faucet. Here is your view of the backyard. All the windows appear to be vinyl as I walk through. And here is your view of the dining room area as well. And I've already showed you the washer and dryer. Okay, so that is your kitchen. And now we're gonna be going down the hallway. So we have bedrooms, so one bedroom here, and then two bedrooms there at the end on either side. This is the doorway going into sort of a common area going downstairs between the units, the utility room, and that type of thing. There's really no reason to go down there, so that's why there is a lock here, just like the other tenant downstairs has a lock on their door accessing the utility room. And then we also have your bathroom, which is just a beautiful, beautiful bathroom. And if we continue to turn around, then we're right back to the living room. And again, that ductless heat pump is positioned perfectly because not only will that provide heating and air conditioning in this area, so in your common area here, your kitchen and your living room, but it's going to shoot right down the hallway, and eventually all of that heat or air conditioning, depending on the time of year, will meander its way all the way through. So just awesome. Okay, so let's go left first. So this is going into our first bedroom, so more of that solid surface flooring throughout. Another vinyl window facing the street. And your driveway. So there's your view there. I'll just back up. So great sized room. There's your closet. And if we go right back, so that's the hallway that we just came through. All of the radiators, the thermostats are actually on the radiators itself. You can see the little dial there, the little knob. Now we'll open up your closet. So bifold door. And there's your shelf and rail across the top. So that's bedroom number one. There is the remote for your ductless heat pump on the wall, so it's nice and easy to find where it is. Let's go right, I guess. So going back to tiles, so now we're going into this upgraded bathroom. So a floating vanity, really, really nice. You have several lights here, one there, and then also one here. And if I continue to turn, then we have a storage closet there, or a cabinet, I guess. It's also floating. You can see it's not on the floor. And there's your toilet. And there's your soaker tub, tile surround. Beautiful job, right up to the ceiling. So there's your shower tub combo and a nice big chunky glass door with chrome accents. Really, really nice. And you do have a window in there. It is vinyl, so no issues with any rot or anything. And then you also have some privacy glass in the window itself. So just a beautiful, beautiful bathroom. All right, now we'll continue down. So this is the door that there's, again, no real reason to go down. We will lock, I'm going to lock it in a moment. Again, that's just going down to the common area, so utility room area. So that's usually kept locked, which I will lock it now. Now we have a closet for storage and whatnot right at the end of the hallway. So we have some shelves there. So storage is always welcome in a unit. We're going to go left. So again, another version of solid surface floor. This is a hardwood floor. And this is another great sized room. Vinyl window here facing the street. So facing the front of the property. I'll just back right up to the corner. You do have a ceiling fan in this bedroom. That's the hallway. Nice big closet here. So double bifold door opens up for you. And this is a bit of a walk-in, so I could walk right in here. And then we have a nice big long shelf and rail across the top. So a great amount of storage and closet space in this room. So that's bedroom number 2. And now we'll finish off with bedroom number 3. And this bedroom faces the back of the property, so we're back on hardwood floor now. Another ceiling fan. And we have a view of the backyard. So you remember that now, we were out there a moment ago. And I'll just turn right around. So I would say that this is the largest of the 3 bedrooms. Nice big room. And we'll open up your closet. And there's your shelf and rail across the top. And it does have some storage space in there as well. So a wonderful upper unit right in the heart of Bedford. Just a wonderful, wonderful community, strategically placed in our city. Everybody loves Bedford. And just it's been renovated. You have a heat pump here offering, again, the most cost-effective form of heating and air conditioning you can get in our province. And it's just a great property. So thank you very much. My name is Chris Ryan. I'm a property manager here in Halifax. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a showing, please reach out. My phone number is 902-830-4465. Thanks again and have a great day. Bye-bye.